about that poison dude? When will he finally on here? Thank you. Sometimes you just have to, like, you know. Search unoccupied authentication with at least 2 sockets for Al Hatsmin. I just did that. 2 socket Al Hatsmin. I just killed this. Drops no watchstone. I can do it again. You son of a map, dude. What the fuck, dude? What is this boss, dude? Ooh, Delirium horns. Let's go, boys. Good. So, Nico Rugelis, no, 75%. Let's go. People that are actually really bad at this game do have the best luck with 6-linking, right? I just spent all my chaos into fusings, which is about 250, no, actually more than 300 chaos, everything I farmed today. And let's see if I'm able to get a 6-link, dude. I mean, would be the first one in this league. So, please, Chris Wilson. 700. Why is it no target found? Who's in my hideout? Somebody's lagging out my instance here. F***ing hell, dude. Okay. So first 50 chaos are already ruined. So. Come on, baby. Baby. Give me 6-link. Because I'm a bad player. I'm a freaking noob. I'm struggling with my deeps. So I need the additional socket here, the additional link. Give it to me. Come on. Do it. There we go. I'm actually a bad player. Yes. I actually thought all my currency will be gone now. It just would say that I'm actually a good player because I don't get it, you know? But there you go. 6-link. So, now we have a melee fist support. Easy clap, easy life, dude. That was a total, total about 1,000, I would say, because I've really tried a lot on these chests already. But so, it's like 1,000 in total, which is good. Oh, what? What? Dude, easy clap. I know why I play poison. Whoa! This go party. Woo! The base goes leash. Dude, I haven't found any of these in like so long, dude. How is it good? It's actually good roll too. How much is it worth? 10 chaos! You piece of shit. Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, update on the Pestilent Strike Pathfinder, update on my League Diary, League Day. It has been a great stream. We have another like 10.5 hours, close to 11 hours in. And yeah, the build is doing fine. Currency-wise, it's okay. We did have some upgrades today, but major thing here, we did a lot focus on the Atlas today. Current progression 133. So the only thing that's missing is actually the 4 Watchstone clusters, the high tier ones, the really end game content. Currently on Awakening level 3. But yeah, doing fine so far. There has been some changes on the build. I'm now running a 6-link. We are having now gloves with 1 additional strike. We have now a crafted claw and stuff like that. I want to go over these after the map showcase. So for today's showcase, we run the the Poison Dude on 3 Watchstones, Awakener level 3, which is a pretty generic run. We do Delirium and stuff like that. And then we're going to talk about the changes to the skill tree, changes to the items, how to craft this weapon, why I'm taking this kind of hunter mod, and so on. Let's take a look. So, I would say let's go for the last here, at least for the 3rd Watchstone over here on Awakening level 3. The Poison Dude for today's map showcase. Val Pyramid, worst layout period. God damn it. And lag. Lag in the start. That's great. So what is it? Treasure chest. Are we gonna push actually? 3, 4, 5. It's stack number 2. Oh yes. That's stack number 3.5. Yeah, that was a big push here. Right. Seems like that is clear. So close to 4. Graveyard is fine. I still need to level my gems. So 4 is clear. Let's go for a 5th stack, why not? Doesn't seem too heavy for now. So we're now 5 stacks? Now we're 5 stacks. Let's go for a 6 stack. I'm feeling confident today. Oh, actually, the cloud is disappearing. Run! No! Oh, damn it. Never mind, 5 stack is also fine. But as I said, I really like that I can almost face tank everything through my maximum resistance, the 40 or 50,000 armor that I have, like this so much physical damage mitigation. So... Actually, I should not use Plague Bearer too much. Actually, let's go back a little bit. Great if I could fill up my Plague Bearer. Yeah, 800,000, fine. Pestilent, the Viper Strike in.
I will never go down without a fight, beast. Hold still. I'm faster.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, I would say. Welcome back, hope you enjoyed today's footage. So as far as I can remember, the plan for today was complete 120 or 125 Atlas completion and the 20 Watchstones. So I did not meet the requirement once again. I didn't really meet the requirements yesterday as well, but overall I'm doing pretty fine. So why did I not complete my 20 Watchstones? Pretty much because I was heavily focusing on completing the Atlas. So I've gained more access. So yesterday I wanted to go for like 100 map completion. I had like 90 or something. So today I got like almost a 40 maps completed on the Atlas. Reason for that is I started to invest my currency. God, I still have to clean this one up. So I started to invest the currency that I had in the maps and also unique maps here, right? There is only the Hall of Grandmasters missing. We've done all the white tier maps like 2 days ago. We started yellow tier yesterday, and basically all of the yellow tiers are now completed. So every single yellow tier, white tier is completed, and I also completed tier 11 completely, tier 12, and tier 13. So the only thing that's basically now possible, so the last like what is it, like 21 maps are basically tier 13, 14, 15, and basically the Hall of Grandmasters. For Hall of Grandmasters, I'm probably going to get a carry because there is only a certain amount of builds that actually can do that. And before I gear up a new character and progress the Hall of Grandmasters, I just pay somebody like 10 Chaos for a completion bonus, and that's about it. GG, well played. Good. So I invested heavily into this because there is multiple reasons for that. You want to have, like, at the moment, I'm having, like, at least 3 Watchstones, at least 4 Watchstones. What does that mean is at least somewhere between, so majority is actually high tier map already here as well. That means it is high tier, right? And for high tiers, like, you have to understand that high tier maps have a lower drop chance as mid tier maps and low tier maps. So having a good Atlas completion, because what is this doing? Chance to drop maps 1, 2, or actually almost 3 tiers higher. No, actually 2 tiers higher. It helps you sustaining the higher tier maps. So let's say I'm running a Mausoleum map and it would drop a tier 10 map. It's highly likely it will drop as a tier 11, and it's also likely that it drops as a tier 12, or at least there is a chance. So it's going to be generally easier to gain the maps that I currently need. So as you see on my map stash here, I don't really have a lot of these tier 11, 12. There's just a couple here, like 1 of each or something like that. So not a lot compared to my yellow tier and mid tier maps, or low tier maps basically. So what the plan was, just trying to buy the maps that I'm missing to get this Atlas completion as high as possible. So I'm getting the higher chance of dropping same tier or higher tier maps. That means as soon as I say, like, okay, I need now for the Crusader, for example, I need at least 3 socketed Watchstones for Baron. So I need somewhere to farm him, or at least spawn him in a region where I have 3 Watchstones in there. That also includes all the tier 11, 12, 13, I think up to tier 14, or I think 11, 12, 13, I think is the 3 Watchstone, and then 4 Watchstones would be 14, 15, 16 basically. So what that means is, based on my Atlas completion, I can now just farm like 1 or 2 maps that I have on tier 11, for example, and I will probably sustain or even have more map sustain. The next thing is, you need to make sure that the maps that you have here, like now the only mace map that I can drop is tier 11. Now the only mace map that I can drop would be tier 9. So if I have this one in here, all the temple and the delve and all of the other just say leak mechanics and so on can possibly drop the maps that I need here. So I don't have 3 Watchstones in one region. So the plan now is basically getting, for example, I decide either top side, bottom side, left side, right side. I need some clusters here with the 3 Watchstones. And then I will try to sustain exactly those 4 regions, so I can really complete 3 Watchstones and 4 Watchstones. And then once I have like 4 clusters with 4 Watchstone in, I just remove those and go to the bottom side, for example, so I can start sustaining on the bottom side to actually get the full completion, so all of my Atlas is clear and I get the Awakener bonus, or Awakening level 8. Let's talk about the build. This is the more important thing. On the skill tree, I made several changes. So I stayed on the bottom side here, taking the shield node since I'm wearing the Apex Supremacy now. But the main thing here is I removed all the block nodes, okay? I just feel like it's not necessary to go for the block nodes since we're not a gladiator, so we don't have the spell block. So we now have like 30% spell dodge because of the perfect form, the face aggro. And also we have about 30% block somewhere at this, like 32% block. So we have 30% spell dodge and 32% block attack damage, which is super fine because getting the block chance higher takes up a lot of points, and I decided to just skip that and go for more damage. Path of Building link is in the description below as always, and based on the 6 link we now have like a lot more damage. Since yesterday we were lacking the melee fist, now we have this one in, it's like super more damage. And there was one mistake I made yesterday. I skilled those 3 points, which are completely useless since we have a shield. These nodes are actually for blocking with dual wield. Good, anyways. So, next thing, as I said, Path of Building link is in the description below. What were the major changes that we did to the build is these 3 items. First of all, we got the 6 link. So based on that, we have now these gloves. These are hunter gloves and say strike skills target 1 additional nearby enemy, which means this is basically the Ancestral Call. Ancestral Call hits 2 additional targets, and you only need 1 because it is really nice. So let's see, here is a pack of monsters you're hitting, right? But you're out of range, you know? But your Ancestral Call, dude, will still target 1 of the enemies and kill that, and the poison proliferation will kill the rest. So that means I removed the Ancestral Call support, got in Melee Fist, which is super much more damage, like 50% more damage. And the build still works the same now, and I have now this one additional target basically on my gloves. So based on that, I could switch away the Ancestor Call and get a lot more DPS. Next important thing is the Claw. So I was planning to get one of these claws with the crafted mod, 60% chance for poison to inflict 100% more damage, basically, right? So this is a self-crafted, so let me quickly poe.db/TUS, I think that was the site. Let me quickly pull that one up so you see what I'm talking about. Good. So this is the website. Now go to mods. And now you can see basically one-handed claws, what level do we need? So the thing is, we need this mod. It used to be the, what is it called? The corroded fossil. I think I have one here. Corroded fossil, which says more poison or bleeding modifiers. Since the changes to the fossils, these mods are not bound to the fossil anymore. They are bound on the influence of the item. So if you want to have the poison modifier, usually you have a claw, you spam a couple of corroded fossils and you get it. Easy as that, right? But now we have the problem that these are bound to Elder. So if we go here to the mods and we see the Elder here somewhere, Crusader Elder, we have here chance for poisons to inflict like this poison modifier, right? But it's item level 83. So the thing is, you need a claw that has at least item level 83 to actually be able to get that mod. And this is a little bit harder to get because yesterday they were like super expensive. I got mine for like 25 chaos. So if you go in here for claw, this is how you search it, claw. Then you go Elder Influence, yes, item level minimum 83, okay? This is what you need. So basically now this one is 2 chaos. This would work already, right? But I think this one is better if you have this implicit, because we have a lot of attack speed, so we benefit from that more because we have the Soul Raker, which gives us already the attack damage leech. This one is fair enough to sustain the life leech. So I think this implicit is kind of useless, so I would rather go for this one. So the best thing, the best claw would be the Imperial Claw, but this is like super expensive at the moment. So if we check here, Imperial Claw, where is it? It's the Imperial Claw. There we go. They started 1.5 Exalt with item level 83 or higher. So this is the base that I would like to have, but way too expensive. So what I did instead, so this has the 46 life gain for each enemy hit by attacks. So I removed that, and basically what I did is searching the cheapest one. This one is something I would consider buying, because it's for now it's a placeholder weapon until we get the Imperial Claw, but this one for 3 chaos, basically, GG, well played. You know, that's enough. So now probably this one is gone already because people like to buy this one and not this implicit. So we go down here, what would be the next one? Leech, Leech, Leech. So there is even more leech. So this would be the next one with the life. It's like 8 chaos. So you can roughly say like maybe 10 chaos or so for the base. Good. The next thing, once you have one of these weapons with the item level 83 plus, you get the corroded fossil, which has more poison or bleeding modifiers. So the problem here is that you have the maybe bleeding as well. So to counter that, you take a 2-slotted resonator, you get the corroded in, and then you add the metallic fossil. So the metallic fossil has more lightning modifier, but no physical. And since we know bleeding is attached to physical, it will block that mod. So if we do the same here on the PoE.db here, and I say, okay, I want to craft with the corroded, and you're gonna see that these two mods get a +1, so it's way more likely to hit it. And then we add the, or is it the metallic fossil, and you see there is only the poison mod left. So for me, for my claw, it took me 1 single fossil here to get this mod. It's very likely, but if you use the metallic, this is like 1 chaos here. The resonator is not a lot, but the corroded do go for quite some. I paid like 15 chaos for mine. They're currently at 14 chaos. So basically, it's about 15 chaos per try. I got mine on the first try. It's not a really good weapon, okay? We have attack speed tier 1, super nice. We have the poison modifier, really nice. Chance to poison on hit is completely useless because I already have, let's see, 165% chance to poison, so this is useless, right? The increased damage with poison is not that great either. You could technically add the Aberrant Fossil and go for a 3-slotted, because this will add more chaos modifiers, which then could potentially give you the tier 1 chaos damage flat, which is kind of the best damage. So poison scales of physical and chaos damage, and you can get way more chaos damage to attacks than you could get physical damage to attacks, right? So that's why this would be the best option here. But other than that, what you would like to have, as I said, the chaos damage flat, the poison damage, the attack speed, damage with poison, poison inflict faster, like all of this kind of stuff. But I said like, hey, I have the poison mod, I have attack speed, and I have an open prefix to craft some physical damage, and I'm fine with that, okay? That's what I mean, basically. It's like, it's not rocket science. This weapon is fine for now. It will probably carry me until Cyrus. For Cyrus 8, probably a little bit short on DPS, but until that point, there is still a lot of more watchstones, a lot of more completion, a lot more to do, more currency will get in until this point, and we probably will be able to get the Imperial Claw a really nice crafted, basically, because the longer the time moves on, the longer the league lasts, the more people will reach endgame, and the more weapons will drop, and the cheaper these Imperial Claws, for example, will get. Good, that's about the crafting itself. We said like the gloves, you just search for this mod, life resistance, nothing too special, and then you can remove the Ancestor Call, or you could anoint Trouble Fury, but I haven't anointed anything because there's only 2 mods that I'm interested in. One would be Trouble Fury, so you don't have need this one, the Hunter mod, or later on, basically, the Whispers of Doom. So probably the Whispers of Doom is expensive, Golden Oils, and Trouble Fury, which is somewhere here, I think. It's not even listed there. But anyways, Trouble Fury is also like at least 1 gold, so it's rather expensive, right? The thing is, I would like to go at some point with the Solstice Vigil upgrade, so I can use Temporal Chains that I level in my offhand. Don't forget to level gems in your offhand if you want to. I have here like Blasphemy and Temp Chains already leveled up, so as soon as I get the Solstice Vigil, I can then apply the Despair Curse with my Witchfire Brew and Temporal Chains with, cause it's going to get be free with the Solstice Vigil, but I only have 1 curse, max curse at the moment, so if I get the Solstice Vigil, it's highly likely that I anoint the Whispers of Doom to have the 2 additional curses, which is then Despair and Temp Chains, which is both like defensive and offensive layer, at least Temp Chains is, because it makes the monster slower, the poisons last longer, so it's actually really sick curse. And you could also get the Despair Curse on your Claw. If you have that, you could probably switch out the Witchfire Brew and get like something like a Cinder Swallow Urn, which is probably the best mapping flask that you can get. Good. We talked about the crafting, we talked about the upgrade on this and on the chest here. The mechanic of the build we talked about yesterday. So what is the plan for the next stream? As I said, Awakening level 5 and Cyrus. This is the actual thing that I'm looking for. The reason for that is it's kind of hard at the moment to get into the really high tier. You know, it's easy to just buy a bunch of white tier maps for a couple KOs, nothing too special. But nowadays, if you say like, you know, you want to have tier 14 Ivory Temple, for example, right? Or tier 15 maps. They cost a shit ton, like 15 chaos per map, and I'm not willing to pay that, so I have to manually sustain my maps and grind up to the higher levels. So I think 20 Watchstones is a good aim and Cyrus kill, and then everything above that is the plus here, or the bonus, better said. Based on the Atlas objectives for the sustaining, as I said, I'm always doing all the white and yellow, and the red ones I'm keeping for now, because I want to use all of these on tier 16 later on. So every time I run a high tier map and I get one of the bonus things here, it's fine. I'm just going to stack them up and run them once we are on Awakening level 8 to get the most out of the temple, to get the most out of the soul fight, basically. Like the pulse will give you way more on higher level and higher quantity, bestiary, and so on. Good, I think that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.